Hello everyone, this is Big Money Chasing Big Money by Yield Farming. In this video, I will show you a low-risk, set and forget type of investment that I am currently excited about. When the crypto market goes through a turbulent phase looking for directions, it is nice to have a source of passive income that generates constant yields without having to worry about price fluctuations. All that is needed for this is a Web3 wallet like MetaMask and some investment money that can be committed for long-term staking. In return, the profits are pretty amazing. Basically, it would double my investment in about a year. If you want to see how it works but you are new to DeFi and Web3, no need to worry, I will walk you through the steps from the beginning till the end. And if you are already experienced in DeFi, you can just simply jump ahead in the chapters to skip the parts that are not relevant for you. Please keep in mind that nothing in this video shall be considered as financial advice. I'm just sharing my experience with you for the sake of education. A couple months ago, I made a video about investing in microcap green coins. One of those was LIVEGREENCOIN. Recently, I have discovered that there is a DeFi staking pool which provides the following returns. Stake LGC and earn Bitcoin with almost 90% APR. Stake LGC and earn USDT for about 65% APR. And stake LGC to earn LGC for 30% APR. Obviously, my attention was caught immediately by the Bitcoin pool. As I was already invested in LGC, the fact that I could also earn a significant amount of BTC while holding on to this asset was just like a dream to come true for me. Even though I am no opponent of centralized exchanges and I have always considered DeFi too risky for my tolerance levels, I had to realize that this is possibly the lowest risk I ever had to take with crypto, and in return, the profits are just great. The ingredients for this yield farming recipe are a Web3 wallet, a bag of LIVEGREENCOIN, and some patience. Okay, first thing to do, I'm going to launch Edge. And actually, I'm going to search for MetaMask. Now, just make sure that it's metamask.io and not something else. You see it immediately recognized my browser to be Edge. And now I'm going to click on Get, Add Extension. Okay. And now I'm at the MetaMask startup page. I'm going to create a new wallet. Click on Agree. I'm going to create a strong password, of course. Okay, click on Understand and create a new wallet. Now, this step is critical here, and this is where I get my 12-word seed phrase. This is like the ultimate key to my wallet. So I'm going to have to make sure that this is stored and secured in a super safe place, because this is what I can use for unlocking my wallet in case something happens with my computer or I forget my password. Anyway, setup is now complete. Just to make sure that it is always visible in my toolbar here, I'm going to click on this eye icon, so it's going to be easily accessible. So basically, the wallet is done. I have an active account on the Ethereum mainnet. You see that the base asset here is Ethereum, unfortunately empty. Now I'm going to add the Binance Smart Chain, which is the BNB Smart Chain. Going to click on Add, Approve. And yeah, I'm going to switch the network from Ethereum to BNB and got it. And now I will be able to receive some BNB from whichever exchange I'm going to send it from. So I'm going to hop over to BitGet, buy some BNB, and send it over to my new MetaMask wallet. So I'm just going to go BNB. Okay. All right. Price looking good. Click on market order. I'm going to buy, let's say, 105 USDTs worth of BNB. Click on buy. Okay. That's done and done. All right. Now let's go over to my assets. And click on withdraw. Okay, here we go. So BNB, that's correct. BSC network, that is also correct. I'm going to copy my address to the withdrawal address from here. Done. Okay, click on next. I'm going to transfer all of it and click on submit. Okay, agree and confirm. And done. Okay, so this should really arrive within basically a couple of seconds, minutes at most. So yeah, it's here already. Okay, very good. So basically now I have some BNB sitting in my fancy new MetaMask wallet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give like a fancy name for this wallet. Let's say Big Money BSC wallet. Okay. Simply because the only thing I'm going to use this for is for staking. Now the next thing to do is to go to Vizslaswap.com. Okay, here we go. And connect my new wallet by clicking on Connect and MetaMask. Okay, now I have a new prompt window asking me if I really want to connect my wallet to this page. Yes, I want to. Okay, and here we go. It's connected. I can see the last couple of digits of my wallet, so this is good. I can also see my assets right here. So everything looks good, basically. The next thing to do will be to import the LGC tokens. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for the address of the contract. I'm going just to go to LiveGreenCoin.com, make sure that it's the official website and not some spoof address. Okay, so just copy and paste the contract address. So let's go again. Import tokens, paste the contract address. It immediately recognizes that it's LGC. Yeah, okay, import. And now basically my wallet is also ready to receive some LGC tokens. So, you know, before it was just BNB, but now it's LGC as well. That's good. Now, next thing to do is to swap my BNB tokens to some LGC tokens. So here we go at the swap page. I'm just going to swap 0.3 BNB just to make sure that I leave some for transaction fees. So yeah, here we go. It's looking nice. Now the only thing I'm going to adjust is the slippage tolerance. I'm going to set it for 8% just to be sure that my transactions actually are going through. And click on swap. Confirm. Now I get a confirmation window from MetaMask as well. Everything looks nice. Okay, I'm going to confirm. Transaction submitted. Very good. Okay, soon my balance is going to get updated. Yep, here's the confirmation message. And the balance is updated as well. Confirmation from the exchange received too. So everything is Jim Dandy, I would say. Okay, looking nice. So let's go to staking pools. This is where the action is happening. And here we go. Here are the three LGC pools, one for Bitcoin, the other for USDT, and the third for LGC. So yeah, basically these are the three pools where I can actually stake some LGC. To get to staking, I actually need to enable them. So I'm just going to go to enable. And this is actually like a transaction on the blockchain. I'm going to have to pay some minimal transaction fees to do this. Okay, I have the confirmation already. It's very good. Confirmation from the exchange as well. So now I'm going to hit stake. And I'm going to set the maximum amount that is possible and hit confirm. Okay, again, a confirmation window for a bit of BNB. Okay, let's go. And that's it. My coins are all in the staking pool. Okay, so all the LGC that I bought previously are now in the staking pool, earning me some Bitcoin, which is very good. Now, the only thing to remember here is that if I ever want to withdraw my staked coins or tokens from the pool, it actually has a 4% withdrawal fee. So all I got to make sure is that before I actually withdraw my stakings from the pool, I need to make sure that actually the profits that I take out are more than 4% just to break even, right? but this is how you do it. Actually, it's very similar to the staking itself. You just gotta commit some fees, which is again very low. My coins are now unstaked. Now, after just 2 days of staking, my pools are looking quite nice. I have a pretty good amount of Bitcoin sitting here. Also, USDT and LGC are looking nice. So I'm just going to harvest these for the sake of demonstration. Of course, I wouldn't harvest this amount. Normally, I would just harvest probably once per month. But this is just to show you how easy it is actually to harvest some earnings from the pools. So I'm going to harvest 447 LGC tokens. Here we go. LGC earnings have been sent to your wallet. Now let's see if it really is the case. And yes, there it is. Perfect. And I can actually do the same with USDT as well. So I'm just going to click on Harvest, confirm, also confirm in the wallet. Okay, done. So where is it? Is it in my wallet? Well, I don't see it. The reason for that is that I need to add the token. So I'm going to have to import the USDT token. It's a very standard one, so it's easy to select from the list. And it already shows that I actually have some on the blockchain allocated to this wallet. So now everything is showing up perfectly. All right, now that I have covered everything that is great about this investment, let's see what the risks and limitations are. As I said before, the risk aspect here is minimal, as the only factors you need to consider is the price action and the security. In other words, if the price of LGC that you stake goes down terribly and you need to cash out when the price is lower than your entry price, obviously you would need to accept the losses in the difference. However, the risk is mitigated by the income that is being generated passively. So let's say the price of LGC drops by 30% in 3 months. Simply by keeping your bag in the staking pool, the income that is being generated in Bitcoin would set off that loss to almost zero. The idea is that the longer you keep your stake in the pool, the lower your risk becomes. Personally, I will keep my holding in the pool for at least a year. The other aspect is the security risk. When we are talking about DeFi, unfortunately, the hacks and exploits are more common than in centralized environments. Even though I have no reasons to doubt the security implementations of Vizslaswap, hacking risk is something that everyone must consider. Even though these pools seem like an everlasting, unlimited source of profit, it is also important to understand that the BTC and USDT pools have a staking cap for each user. For BTC, it is 75,000 LGC, and for USDT, it is 50,000 LGC. The LGC to LGC pool is limitless, but of course the APR is less too. Now that I've covered the risks and the worst case scenarios, let's see the best case scenarios too. Let's say I invest 75,000 LGC into the BTC staking pool. Today it would cost me about $700. In a year's time, it will generate a pretty nice bag of BTC for me. Also, in a year's time, I expect the crypto market to reach a bullish sentiment, and as such, both the price of LGC and BTC would rise significantly. In this scenario, I would make profits from the staking rewards and the price difference from both LGC and BTC. So this is basically a win-win-win situation. Now I'm going to share a little secret here with you guys. Even though there is this anti-whale protection in the pools, which limits the maximum amount of LGC that you can stake for BTC and USDT rewards, as we are in DeFi, the limit only applies to a wallet and not a user. This means that if you have more than one wallet, you can allocate the maximum amount of LGC more than once. So if you want to go big, you can actually bypass this anti-whale protection system by setting up multiple wallets. To elevate this even further, with regular harvesting, compounding is actually really easy to do. So even though the LGC to LGC pool is set to be around 30% APR, if you harvest your profits every month and then reinvest it into the same pool, 30% becomes 35%. A friendly advice here is that if you ever want to increase or decrease your positions in the pool, just make sure that you harvest whatever is available, as the staking contracts reset every time you change the staking amount, so take note of that. Alright guys, this is it for today. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. I know DeFi can be scary sometimes, especially if you're used to the centralized exchange environment, but honestly, it seems like it will become more and more standardized. And if you really want to make big profits, DeFi is the place where you can still find some treasures like this. It took me some time to research this topic, so I apologize for not uploading this sooner, but I hope you appreciate that I share this opportunity with you. In the future, I will share some more similar opportunities here on the channel. I believe that Vizslaswap is going to introduce some eye-popping pools soon, so stay tuned. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment. Also, official links are in the description field. Make sure you check that the addresses are valid. New videos are coming soon. Until then, trade safe, big money out.